Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome whether you're brand new or you have been following me since the very beginning. Today I wanted to show you how my craft room looks. This is my March update for my craft room. I did a December video that was so messy. I'm sure that some of you were mortified that I put it online. If you haven't seen that one, you probably want to go back and watch it first. I thought about putting clips of before and after, but I think it'll just get too long. So I'm going to show you this. I watched that video because I was just going to show you things that were different, but then I realized almost everything is different. I don't think, I'll tell you if I did, but I don't think I bought stuff. My goal was to avoid trips to the Container Store or Dollar Tree or that kind of stuff for organization. I knew that I had everything that I needed. It was just a matter of taking the time. And I didn't necessarily like Marie Kondo. I didn't pull it out, put it on the pile in the floor, but I really did go through a lot of stuff. So some areas I'm going to skip, but I'll work my way across. I'm going to skip the areas that I already made a video of. So like my embroidery floss cabinet is down here to my left, and I'm going to skip that because there's a video and it's tidy and adorable and it's fine. And I'm going to show you this cabinet up here. I'll leave the camera on the mount as much as I can, and then I'll take it off, but try not to make you sick and as wobbly as it was last time, okay? In the top shelf, I have put stuff that I don't use very much, things that I don't need. I have like my travel bag up here and some paper towels, which I really don't use that much in the house. I use more in the shop for mixed media, and in the house I try and use rags, which I keep right here next to me. I have some funny things like, I'll show you what I have in this bin, okay? Let's bring this down so you can see it. In my last video, I talked about the fact that in the Clutterbug system of tidying people, I'm a butterfly, which means I need bins and tubs where I can see things. I don't keep things as organized as a lot of you would, and if it takes two hands, I'm not that interested, okay? I want to be able to throw things or grab things with one hand whenever I can. This tub is things I don't use that much. It's extra bags from shopping, so I might use these to package things for giveaways or to make myself kits for the weekends, that kind of thing, but I don't use them every day. Then I have tissue boxes, which seems like a funny thing, but if you've ever made 50 cards and tried to take 50 cards and envelopes to work with you in the morning, having these Kleenex boxes is perfect. And these are Kroger, so Fred Meyer Kleenex boxes. I bet most would work. An A2 card or an envelope fits beautifully up on end in these. So I can put my card bases while I'm prepping. I can put the actual cards, and I can put the envelopes in their cards and put them in here and take them. It's just a weird way that I found to carry them back and forth with me, and also they're really nice while I'm working on things and making them. So I decided to save those for my next batch of big cards, and then if I find something else, I will change over and get rid of them. Then I have a few strange little things that so far I've never used, but I might. Photo paper, some labels, some ATC cards in a package that I probably shouldn't have bought when they were on sale at Michael's because I don't need them. This is a bag that my friend made me. Katie, my friend that I put posts on Instagram. She sews amazing stuff. I put this in here because these bags are so good for travel and taking stuff with you on a weekend in a hurry. Also up here on the shelf, I have my holiday stamps, and I have some hand lettering notebooks and spirals. This one I use quite a bit. What I tried to do was the basic like prime real estate concept of if you use it a ton, keep it close, and if you don't, then don't worry about it. So let me show you this section and what I keep in here, because this has changed a lot since the last time. This bottom part is Nina 80 pound. I should have bought 110, but that's what I have. So I use that for die cuts. I use it for layers, all kinds of stuff. This is all card-based paper in some different colors. Let me get you a little more light over here. Here we go. In some different colors, but it's basil. Gray, white, some pink, some light blue, different things. This is my very formal labeling system. I know my friend offered me a label maker. You guys, I just don't care. There's just so many other fun things I'd rather be doing. I put my washi tape in these. It's not a perfect system because they roll and get really messy. I know some people have used the packages for, I think, saran wrap or foil, and that would probably work better because they're narrower. So that's something that I'm keeping in mind, but since I don't cook, I'm not using those up. And then this one I have Sharpies and alcohol markers, and I just keep these close, mostly for labeling things. These back here are empty, and I just set them up on top so they're easy to grab when I need them. Over here is all scraps, which you can tell I cut some corners and didn't put away. These guys back here are where I keep my color-coded. These are where I keep long strips and random things for scrap cards. And then these were just some random things that I picked up. And this is white scraps. On this shelf down below, I've changed this one quite a bit since the last video. It's still not a perfect system. So what I did was I took my boxes and I labeled them on the sides, and they're still labeled on the front like they used to be. And I had them stacked before. I like this better because I can come over here and grab one with one hand and walk away. I don't have to worry about the weight of the others are falling on me. I've been looking at different racks, paper racks. I haven't found one that I love yet, and I'm trying to decide if I want boxes or just racks. Most of them are too deep, and I think I would like them to be like 1 inch instead of 2 or 3. And I think the nice ones have a cutout so you can grab the paper, but a lot of the ones I've looked at, they don't have it. There's a stray letter here. The ones that I see that I like so far are typically custom made, so I might have to talk to some friends. Then over here on the left, I have paper, and it can be different kinds of paper, but it's not paper that I'm planning to use on my next project. So I have Bundle of Joy, which I'll go looking for if I need baby stuff. Have watercolor paper, have some masking paper. This is what I do that's terrible though. This is a package of white scraps. So clearly I need to keep those all together. Haven't gone through here lately. Here's a partial of Fall Breeze. So some of it, it's stuff that I might come back for. So I'm going to put this in here, or it's bigger scraps, things that don't fit in my little things. Red, white, navy, green, black. Here's another example. This is a summer collection, so it'll sit here until I'm ready. But it's all paper. Right there, there's nothing but paper. In this drawer, I haven't changed a thing. I still keep my cutters, my scoreboard, and my Tim Holtz stamping platforms. I have the big one and the small one. Honestly, I can't tell you when the last time I took those stamping platforms out of the drawer was. So maybe those weren't the best purchase for me. I just don't use them a lot. And I go to them for certain techniques sometimes, but not a lot. Down here, I have my Sizzix Big Shot, my die cut machine. My very, very nice fancy cutter, the big green one. And I love that, but I don't use it for everything. So I pull it out very carefully, never by the metal bar when I need to use it. And then on the right, I have my scrapbooks. The black one is an actual scrapbook, and then the clear one is pages in progress with their pockets for embellishments also. This section has changed quite a bit. It's really hard to light this for you guys. I had a small blue drawer that was hung on the wall, and it had 2 shelves. It didn't quite hold enough stuff. It didn't really work for me, and also it wasn't as much fun. And I had this blue rack that I got at a garage sale years ago. Of course, it wasn't blue when I found it, and it hung in a different room that used to be my craft room when we very first moved in here, and I had pretty much packed and left that room and not taken this with me. We took it down off the wall and put it up here, and I filled it with all sorts of junk. And some of the stuff I use a ton. Like I keep needles right here, and I use those for die cuts. I keep my Tombow sand eraser right here. It's close and handy. I don't use the beads. I use my crafting and relaxing stickers when I share them with friends. My cute birthday card from my friend. Some of the stuff just sits here and collects dust, so I'll probably have to figure out if I really need it. And then up on top I have some of my favorite stamps and cards from friends. So down below the blue rack, right on the wall, I had all these Dollar Tree hooks still sitting in my cupboard on the last video, and I just took them out and started hanging them. They may not be straight, they may not be in the right places, but I hang them. I keep my cutter bees right here because they're short. I don't know if those are called cutter bees, but those are the Teflon ones. They're short. I keep hardware tools here because I can cut dies with those, and extra USB. If you're a YouTuber, you use a lot of USBs because maybe your camera, your phone goes dead. It's also really nice to be able to plug in your iPad a lot. So these lamps that I have from Costco have USBs in the back of them. They're fabulous. I think they were $39 a piece, and they're aught lights. You can probably get something like them at Tuesday Morning too. So I just started hanging these. I tried not to overthink it. My husband helped me. Maybe they're not straight, but they're on the walls. That was the goal. Then this is an area that probably looks like a nightmare to you, but is really working for me. I have this star-shaped dish, which I love because I like star shapes, and I have a bunch of paint skins in it, which if it gets too warm, they kind of stick together. But I can grab them and use them on cards. That way they're front and center, so I remember to use them. Then I have a Lazy Susan that Andrea poured paint on and then gave to me. I know a whole bunch of you have that big Lazy Susan that's white, and I think it comes in black too, and you can get it at Michael's. I looked at it. I think it's just too big for me. I think I'm so messy, I would just fill it and I would never be able to find anything in it. I looked at a smaller one. I think it was at Michael's, maybe an 8-inch base, and that one might have worked well for me. One thing I love about this is I can contain my mess, and I keep things like my Wink of Stella, which is getting a little low, or my snow marker. I keep them horizontal. This art glitter glue is super low. I like that it's horizontal. It doesn't roll away because it's on the Lazy Susan, and I can still spin everything and it's contained. I think I like the idea of having an oversized Lazy Susan, not a big container that stuff will get in the bottom of and completely get lost. I keep my Tim Holtz distress sprayer here. I used to keep it up on the shelf, but it's too tall to fit in this new shelving unit. Then over here in the corner, I keep my heat embossing gun, which I leave on the counter all the time because I use it for mixed media and drying ink and drying paint, not always embossing. Kleenex, hand lotion, you know, the essentials. I just permanently have allergies. You guys can probably hear it in my videos. It's a nightmare. This drawer, I think, pretty much looks the same, except for I don't think I had these inks. Stamping blocks, inks, blenders, rags, baby wipes. That's it. There's sort of a system you can see, and some chapstick. And I like it. For the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. This cupboard was really bad before and has improved somewhat. What I've done is this tub right here on the shelf is what I would call overstock. Things I'm probably not going to use, dividers for the boxes that I don't want to throw away in case I decide to use them for something else, things that I'll use in giveaways or different seasons maybe, just random stuff. There's crayons, there's all kinds of stuff in there. Playing cards, because you can wrap washi tape around them or use them in junk journals, but there's 52 in a box and maybe I only need 3. And if I put those back in the cupboard, my husband will be upset. This is another fancy tissue box. See, I like to use what I have. And I put all my water-based markers in this one. Some are zigs, some are koi, some are hand lettering, just different things. There's also some colored pencils down at the bottom, which I didn't expect. And I just put those right there. I don't use my water-based markers a lot. I should for my art impression stamps and things like that. There's so much fun stuff to do. Then down below, this is all envelopes. I finally made a system. Cream colored envelopes, a case of white envelopes, and then a box where I just reach in and grab and get the new ones. This box on the left is trash. And then you'll see right here, this is where my trash bag hangs when I'm crafting. I tried to put this together today to show you how it looks when I'm crafting, not when I pack up and leave and make it dog proof. So I keep my bag right there, and the box is for big stuff, or when the bag gets full I just stick it in there. Under the counter is my mixed media cart. There's a whole other video on the before and after of that. Behind my camera mount is my scissors right here, my purple go-to. I don't hang them down by my other ones just because they're a little bit long. We hung those hooks just a little too low, so if we redo them, I'd hang them higher. Pinking shears, which I never really use. A tape measure. I use this all the time for mixed media stuff, junk journals, big, if I'm making the cover for the books. My stamps, I ordered these from Zazzle.com. They're okay. I don't know that they're the absolute best stamps ever, but I'm happy with them. Then down here on my mat, this is my Tim Holtz glass media mat. I try and I'll set out my next project. Now granted, what you're seeing today, this is not my normal level of tidy, right? I'm a nightmare. So lots of times there's a mountain here, and I'll push it off, and then I'll put the project I want to remind myself to work on. This is a 6x6 pad, so lovely. And I want to get it used up. So I have it sitting here. Then I have some dies that I want to make some flowers with. And my notepad that I love that Andrea got me. I do love lists, you guys. I wanted to step back a little bit here so I can do this part quicker and just give you an idea. These drawers on the wall, these are from, this one is an IKEA shelf actually. And this one is some sort of, it's a drawer. It's some sort of old antique thing. Maybe they kept printing stuff. I don't know. I love them for the old woodblock stamps, and I hang them up here. I haven't thinned these in quite a while, and I don't really plan to anytime soon. Some of these are not stamps I use at all, but they're sentimental. My sister got me this little princess shoe one, and my friend Carolyn bought this cat. See, it has a mask on it so you can't see it. There we go. So maybe they're not stamps I'm going to use every day, but for one reason or another, I'm going to keep them. Cards from friends up there. More hooks from Dollar Tree. I keep my masking tape, my score tape, my purple die cut tape. This tape is an example of, I didn't really need a die cut machine, but then when I got it, I got the purple tape to go with it, which I probably didn't need either. Scope creep, right? You have to watch out for that when you add new things. On the counter, I have some papers that I want to use for, actually I'm going to put these right here, for die cutting my floral petals. This is a bunch of 6x6 pads and some stuff I just picked up recently. I try and keep stuff handy that I want to work on because for me, if I put it away, I won't use it. When I'm crafting, I leave these drawers open so I can see what's in these. And typically the way I have it sorted is solid things are on the left and sheer and bling are on the right. It's not a perfect system. They're not sorted by color, but I'm reaching a point where I have enough that I might want to think about that. I cleaned this out recently. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to pull some of these out and make it more like this section here where I turned them sideways, or if I want to keep them like this and file things in. What I found was I filed a bunch of stuff in there and I didn't use it at all. So I'm trying to decide if it meets my needs and if I want to take those sections out. I think I probably do. I like it. It was a garage sale find, not very expensive at all. This is just the basic cheapo cardstock from Michaels in the colored pads. And the reason it's over here instead of in the cupboard is these aren't mine. I mooched them from my friend. I don't know that she's really going to miss them. Then I have my art journals right here. The new Dina one, the old Dina one, a couple of others. Some Stampin' Up! Stamps. Again, not mine. That's why they're up there. Art journal books. Paint skins. I put the big stuff up here. I could put it down in the cupboard, but I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with these. I think I'm going to do book covers with them. I have my sparkly bottle with the lights in it. If you haven't seen that video, there's one on my channel. I think it's summer and I'm outside. This was where I kept my new stuff. It's really neat because 6x6 pads fit in the front and 12x12 in the back, 2 containers. It got too full. I'm keeping cards that I have made right here. It's not enough. I need some more. This is UFOs, Unfinished Objects, and this is stuff for my blue journal. I have a video series on that, and I'll be doing more. This is stuff I'm putting together for a flow journal. I did one of those and gave it away, and I'm sure I'll give away another one. If you're interested in getting that, you guys might want to start chiming in and telling me what colors you like. So as I'm putting it together, I can put stuff that would be fun for the recipient. This is an entire basket of stuff that's not mine. That's my friend's. Dyes, tape, inks, so that's why I keep it in that category. And then right here I have some storage items so that when I grab and go. And just paper for gel printing, just cheapo printer paper. Okay, then I'll back up. On the table, which by the way is never this clean, I have the sewing machine, which is borrowed. Don't be shy about borrowing things, trading things, sharing things. There are lots of supplies that we buy that we don't use every week or every month. My friend's gel plate has been at my house and she's probably not missing it. And this sewing machine is at my house. Different friends. There's stuff that if you were close to me, I would happily loan you. This tub, which by the way, funny thing, tub's not even mine. I rebagged things because I'll tell you what happened to me. I buy pads on the go and I forget to put the parts together. So this is a great example, okay? This is the Bow Bunny that you've seen at Tuesday morning that's been in there. And I got the 6x6 pad. Sorry, I'm making a ton of noise. I got the 6x6 pad. And then what'll happen is I will lose or forget that I bought 2 things of embellishments. So then I'll go through, I'll use the pad, and then I'll find them later. So what I decided to do was stop trying to group things by size and accept the fact that I need to keep my collections together because I can't remember. This one's a good example. I had these stickers. I forgot I had the stickers. I used almost the entire 6x6 pad and then found the stickers. So I put them in this bag. The bags aren't that cute. I just did this last night. And the Bow Bunny, I don't have any accessories, so I just put it in there. This is my Auburn Lane bag because that stuff kept falling off. So you get the idea, okay? Also, I'm showing you this and I'm mortified because I'm gonna go shopping. I made the video, I'm gonna go back over here for a minute. I made the video of my 6x6 paper pads before I went shopping, and then I bought these 2. And I said I had 15. I found a couple more later, you guys. It was embarrassing, but I did. Because they were in different sections. They were, you know, not together. So here's another one. I put the stickers and the pad together. And again, this is one of those ones, completely forgot I had this sticker sheet. Look, it's untouched. And I've made a whole bunch of cards out of the 6x6. This is one where I took the 6x6 to my friend's house and worked on it a whole bunch. Bliss from Simple Stories. Love this collection. And then I found this pack of clear stickers at Tuesday morning to go with it. So I put it in there. Simple Stories. I am paid retail for that one, but I love it. Anything Goes. I was thinking I'd make a mini album, and Meow would make great cards. This section right here, I went completely around. This is, I don't know what the category is exactly. That's why I haven't put it away. Embellishment UFOs, maybe? Then I have some parts in here that aren't finished. I have to tell you though, look at this box. Did you see the before? I mean, look at this. And here I have an idea. It's just waiting. So I'm hoping to work on this a bit more and just empty it out. This box is too big and not ideal for this purpose. I don't love it. This is my blue drawer that was on the wall, and I haven't decided what to do with it. But if you have a drawer, they're super cute. You just take them and hang them on the wall like that. So then you have a top shelf and a middle shelf. Who knows? Maybe I'll hang that one right there. Let's back up a minute from this. The paint pours, I put on nails and push pins that were already in the walls. That's why they're hung so crazy, because I just want to get them on the walls. And look, I hung that. I got it out of the cupboard it was in. That's my to-do list wall and my other paint. And then over here, I put up my sister's other painting. The frame needs to be painted. The wall needs to be painted. But still, at least I got it out of the cupboard. I was super proud. I know, this is taking forever, you guys. I gotta hurry up. This drawer, I used the bottom of granola boxes and made dividers. And I have reached a point, I never thought I would say this, where there's a place for everything. It's crazy. When I use a punch, I know it goes back in there. When I use foam tape or my corner rounder or a tape runner, glue dots, magnets, I don't use those very much, so I just tried them right there. Then here I have thread and ribbons and stuff. Look at this. Sorted by color. Who am I? And then extra foam mount down in the bottom because it was too big. I did a video about this drawer a little bit. The only thing is there's embossing stuff in the back. I guess the video wasn't really about the drawer. It was about my stamps and stencils and how I dealt with those. Then this bottom drawer is punches. Those are card bases in that Tupperware. I don't usually make my card bases in advance except for when I make a whole bunch. And those are left over from when I made a whole bunch. I should probably keep them with the flat card base cardstock. Haven't thought that through, have I? What I tried to do was take stuff that sits on the counter without a home and find it a home. My microphone was another idea. I used to keep it on the top shelf in the cupboard, but then I put too much stuff there. So now I keep it there. This is an embellishment and paintbrush drawer. That seems to be the category. And the embellishments I've done videos on, and you guys kind of know what's going on there. This cupboard, it still looks bad, but it's way better than it was, you guys. So I have, this is pretty much a mixed media cupboard now. I've taken everything out and narrowed it down to mixed media, and then I store the colored pencils in there, and that's it. And this is notebooks and textiles, and that basket in the middle is papers and mixed media stuff. On the far end, I have my atlas and recycle, and then the top shelf, I have boxes. So it looks a little scary, but nothing falls out. So I think if that's our standard, we're doing okay. There for a while, I was just one big avalanche. I have this space on the end you can't see very well. It's nice to put giant clipboards, and also if you need to store a dog crate, it's good for that too. Okay, I'm gonna back up so you guys will. Now I've kind of messed everything up. Okay, I'm going to back up so you can see I did mess things up a bit, but you get the idea of how the room is laid out. Oh shoot, damn it. Okay. Now I've backed up so you can see how the room is laid out. That lamp in the middle. Hi, buddy. This is Wilson. He comes with this room. It's his room. He wants to tell you about it. He's distracting. See? He's trying to impress you with his good behavior. Like he's always an angel. Yes. Very good boy. Very good boy. The lamp, I move around sometimes depending on light as long as the cord will go. So that's why now it's in the middle of the room. And this just kind of shows you how it's all laid out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want, let me know and I'll do more updates. But I think for now, based on how I'm crafting, this is probably how I'm going to keep it. I don't know that I'll keep it this clean, but I don't have big plans to change anything. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I adore each and every one of you. I love your comments, and I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Bye-bye.